Hello, welcome to When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a red velvet shirt. Um, I know it seems like I wear the same clothes a lot, but I exercise a lot, so I wear clothes that are comfortable to work out in, and so uh, I tend to wear the same stuff a lot. But anyway, apparently YG has a new group coming out. What's it called? Next Monster. Yeah. And so they're starting to, show or reveal each member. And so they um, showed one, um, Evelli, and then she did a cover of a song called Nosebleeds. And then when I looked on YouTube, there's hundreds. I'm sure there's more. There's hundreds of videos of people reacting to her performance. I mean, I'm not gonna play it because I'm sick of having all the copyrights. But see, she's doing the song. Okay, anyway, that's neither here nor there. And there's already a profile on her on K-pop profiles. But anyway, there's just a bunch of videos of people reacting to her performance, and then also on like several, not several, pretty much all of the K-pop like opinion channels or news channels are actually being negative about her. I cannot react to her performance because I didn't like it, and there's no need to be negative to her. She's just I'm sure she's just doing a song that they told her to do, but it's not my cup of tea. And I rather like I know people like it when I roast the the idols, but I like to do it like once they have a catalog of music, Anyway, but a lot of people are saying, oh, they actually like her music and her performance, whatever, but they don't like the fact that she's 15, and so they don't like her, and they're already talking about protesting, and so I started thinking, um, how come you can have child actors, child influence? There's children on YouTube that have like a million subs. Child actors, they have child singers, but for some reason, if it's a child idol, it's a bad thing. So I don't understand. And the thing is, it's like, how come people aren't allowed to make money? And then like the one thing about K-pop, it's like K-pop sports, like K-pop sports. Those are two things where like it doesn't matter your age or your gender. Then there's only two, men and women. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how fat you are, whatever you are. As long as as long as you're good at your job and produce results that are positive, you get hired. So sports, like Tom Brady was what, like 40 something, and he was a starting quarterback and winning Super Bowls. Like, what if they're like, oh, you're too old, we're gonna go off the 22-year-old who's not as good, so it's like those factors don't matter. And so this person is already receiving hate over something she can't help about her age. Yeah, I mean, it's not her fault. But apparently she's good enough to debut in a K-pop group. And so I just don't understand. Like there's so many, like how many K-pop idols right now are at an age that bothers you? Because obviously she's fine with it, the company's fine with it. And also this is why when I talk about these idols, I tell you, like, I don't know what they had for breakfast, meaning I don't know every single detail about these people, which is why I go to the profile if I have to talk to them. I mean, talk about them. But why is like why are why are people so quick to try to get rid of people? It's the same with like the other video with like Kiss of Life. Let's get rid of them, but Curious, no. Like it doesn't make sense. Like we pick and choose, and so right now we're randomly picking her age, and we're trying to get rid of her. It makes no sense. So and remember, she was a trainee for 2 years, so it's not like they just found her off the street. This is, I guess, my advice for the people that don't like her for her age and are saying negative things. Stop and just ignore the group. That's the only thing I can tell you. Like you're not gonna change her age. Time is. And if you magically like her because she's older, well, that's weird too. Like she's a singer and a dancer. At the end of the day, she's a singer and a dancer. That's all she is. You're not gonna meet her, except for that maybe that 1% that lives in Korea who's gonna go to like a fan meet and greet. So literally, none of you are gonna meet her. None of you are gonna talk to her. You're not gonna go to a bar with her. She's not gonna ask you to buy a pack of cigarettes. Um, like it's not gonna affect your life. But for some reason, you're picking a random attribute of this person and are now trying to get rid of her. I just don't understand. Like we once again another example of people picking and choosing when to be offended. Right now, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just under the assumption there are dozens of K-pop idols right now who are 15 years old. There's got to be. I mean, there's so many groups out there. I'm sure there's dozens, but I don't see videos on YouTube complaining about it. Like where like do are we hating on her because she's a YG artist? Because I know people don't like, well, there's a lot of people that don't like YG. Is that why? So we're gonna take it out on her. So like she hasn't even started yet, and I mean I hope she's not reading the comments because like she's getting hate for something she can't help. So if you're one of these people who can't handle a person's age, I want you to do this. Pretend she doesn't exist until she reaches the age that you feel comfortable with her existing. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only advice I could give you. I mean, like I'm shocked at how many videos I've seen where people are complaining, and then like I didn't do a reaction video like everyone else did because I actually didn't like it. So I don't want to add to the yeah, and granted it's not hate, it's just my opinion. I'm a musician, so I hear music slightly different than the average person, so I'm a little more critical. And another thing, like it does get to a point where if you're a musician, you're like everything sucks because like you hear just something you would change or something. But like from a skill standpoint, her rapping was fine. Like I just didn't like the song actually, but like it was good. I just didn't like the song, I guess. So, but yeah, so I don't know what this magic number is because I've seen it with Unchi from the Seraphim. Like people complained about her. I don't know how old she is now, but I just remember like when she started, she was I think 15. I think, and it was just every video, every live performance, like on the comments. If you looked, I don't read every comment, but you would see comments like, "Oh, but she's this age," and I'm like, "Okay, well, she can't help it." So you either like the group, or you don't like, or you just here to just be negative. And like it'd be different if like she sucked at her job. But no, it was just people trying to find a reason to not like this person. And now she's older and all those comments stopped. Isn't that weird? She's the same person, except now her age is just a different number. So I mean, I just think it's the same thing that's going on with the current cancel culture train we have going on with Kiss of Life. It's just people looking to hate something, and I think because it's YG, I think people don't like YG, and so anything YG puts out, they're gonna go it sucks or find something wrong. Now, granted, I was saying uh, her her video suck. I mean, the video doesn't suck. It's just the song sucks. But her singing, rapping is it's fine. It's fine. And then like her position in the group, I'm assuming it's just gonna be the rapper. It says all rounder. Yeah, she's an all rounder. So that just means she's a good dancer, good singer, good. But yeah, so we got to stop hating. And also, she's Australian, if that means anything. And well, it does mean something because I actually have noticed that at least Koreans are extra critical of of non-Korean idols. I mean, I remember back with Girls' Generation, like Tiffany, because Tiffany's American. I mean, there's a couple Americans in the group, but like Tiffany's American, but she's the most American out of them all. And like she got a lot of hate for like no reason. Like she would do the same thing the other girls would do, and I would just notice like because I remember she was on a episode of Korea SNL, and people were like dogging on her, and like she was fine. I didn't understand, but anyway, this is just another example of toxic people in K-pop. Not playing a sound. I'm sick of the copyright. But anyway, yeah, this is just another example of just people being toxic. So what's going to happen is I'm assuming it's going to stop though because YG is gonna. I don't know how many people are going to be in this group next month, but there's going to be. I'm assuming if he's smart, I'm just guessing. If he wants to have the group be successful, groups of like more members are more successful usually. I mean, I hope it's at least a well, at minimum a 5 member group. I hope minimum, but I mean, I'd rather have like a 9 member group actually. I don't know because like you could do more with like a 9 member group because you have the group, you can have two subgroups, you can have someone go off and do a solo thing. Like there's just more stuff that you can do. But, that's just my opinion. But they probably already said how many people are going to be in the group, and I just don't know. Um, oh my bad. It's going to be a 4 member group. Next monster is an upcoming 4 member girl group under YG Entertainment. The current member, Evelli, that's the girl we just saw. The rest of the members will be revealed in upcoming days. Their debut is currently unknown. My bad. 4 member group. Well, I I just prefer groups of more members because you could do subunits. I'm assuming this is going to be a Blackpink model group because Baby Monster, the other group that YG has, they're basically singing songs meant for Blackpink because Baby Monster sounds just like Blackpink, and I'm just assuming. Once again, I assume a lot of things. I'm assuming they're gonna have similar producers, and so this group will probably sound like Blackpink too. But I mean, Blackpink at one point was the biggest band in the world, and so I mean, if it works, I would try to make as many groups that sound like Blackpink too, and just to mix it up, just to have like different group sizes. So like I think Baby Monster is 7. I'm not gonna look it up. I think they are. So like we'll see what happens, but let's try to stop with the negative comments. She can't help how old she is, and I personally don't give a rat's ass how old any of these people are because I usually don't know how old they are because I don't dig that deep into these artists, because it doesn't matter. I just care what I care about the product. Is the song good? Is the dancing good? And if they can't dance, do they uh see the reason why you know someone's a bad dancer is because they're dancing in a way that's just too hard for them. So if they're bad dancers, at least change the choreography. So I'll change that. So like, is the music good? Is the choreography good? And does the choreography fit the members in the group? I care about that. And then is the group visually good? I mean, that's the basis of K-pop: visuals, performance, and then of course you want the extra content. Like, do they put out a lot of Instagram posts or make vlogs, because it's all around entertainment. But we're gonna lay off the negativity on this one. If you're mad at her over her age, leave. Just leave. You don't have to comment. You don't have to be a part of the fandom. You don't have to be a part of the anti-fandom. Take that energy, focus somewhere else. There's 1,000 K-pop groups out there. There's 1,000 J-pop groups out there. And that's another thing. I'm not saying they did this on purpose, but um, they're gonna probably, when this group gets together, they're gonna probably do stuff in Japan, and Japan loves younger idols, because over there, because the culture is different. So like a younger idol to them, like they kind of view that as like a younger sister. That's why, like, you'll have like J-pop groups of, like, whatever, like 30 members, right? And like they're all between the age of like like 12 and 15. But when you ask like the producers why, not me personally, but I've seen the interviews, they're like, the fans view them as like their younger sister. And so, the culture's different. But if if those groups are successful, then I want to implement that in my K-pop group. If I find a talented person who is in that age group, I'm going to put them in the group, because that's a lot of money to be made in Japan. So, like, you got to think of the business end too, and like, just lose your stupid personal hangups, and then you don't even have to lose them, but just stop projecting your hangups on the fandom that wants to enjoy the group. Like, that's why I can't stand stuff that's going on with, once again, Kiss of Life. Every single time they post something, and I'm looking at their posts, there's still people in there hating on these people. Like, how much energy do you have to constantly hate on someone every time they post, every time you see them? That's messing up your life too. Leave them alone. Focus on something else. So for the people who are making YouTube videos about her because you don't like her for something she can't help, stop, go away. And because what's going to happen is, there's trust me, there's plenty of sheep out there, plenty of sheep. They're going to just agree with you and then start leaving her hate comments. And like, why are we trying to bully people? How many more times are we gonna have a K-pop idol get like crap online, then have some mental breakdown, and then quit the industry, or like try to kill themselves, and then the same people who are making fun of them will go, well, why were people bullying that person? Like, it's your fault. Just stop. She will get older. Come back then. That's all. That's all I can tell you. Anyways, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. Peace out.